Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Hello. All right. Let me make sure my audio's good. Let me know how my audio's doing. Hello, everyone. Hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hello. LR, hello. Jesse, hello. Willie, hello. Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate you. Bree Sully, what up? New Orleans lady, what up? So good to see you. Joanne, hello. How's my audio, friends? Hopefully you can hear me much better today. I know last night it was a shit show. I was supposed to come back later last night and I didn't. Sorry. Life. Jackie, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Swampside Chick. Gemini, hello. John T, hello. Teresa, hello. Jazz King, what up, King? Good to see you. Always good to see you, sir. RJ, hello. Sharon, what up? Hi. Hi, everybody. Is my audio good? Sound is good so far? Yeah, Willie, let me know, homie. I'm going to keep my phone far away from me. I think sometimes it interferes with my mic, so hopefully we're good. I did an audio check. I checked my volume. I made sure I'm not like at full blare. Sound is good? Thanks, honey. Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. Last night, right? So yesterday I did share a video with you guys that initially was going to share in the live last night. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it. If you haven't, I'm going to share it. It's not very long. It's only like 6 minutes. I saw Lana shared it over on her channel too, but I think she shared it as a members only video. Um, so either way, I did post this in my community tab yesterday afternoon. I posted a couple videos for like Amito Black. Um, so if you guys are cool with it, to me, like this is the stuff I nerd out on. So as long as you guys are okay with it, I'm gonna play this video. It's like 6, 7 minutes, but I think it's important to maybe watch something like this first um, before we continue. Um, yes, I know there's the body cam. Not gonna lie, I don't want to give Law and Crime my click or my view for this body cam just because of like the redactions and stuff. I do have a FOIA in, obviously, for unredacted body cam as well as dash cams and things like that. Whether or not I will get them, I have no idea. I think it's important to remember too that there are thousands of photos from this crime scene. We're only getting a very small amount, and it would appear some are out of order, some are missing. Obviously, we have none of the rooms, and the ones that we do have of the rooms from the news are blurred and cropped and whatever. So I'm still waiting on my. I want the pictures that were originally given to NBC, you know. Plus, I have my FOIAs in for the ISP lab as well as a few other things with Idaho State Police. So, all right. Well, welcome in, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a good day. Thanks for being here. Don, hello. Well, good to see you. I know I wish we had some docs to read. I'm waiting on Hippler here. I noticed on the case summary page, it shows that he's made some orders regarding the sealed documents, but they haven't hit. I mean, well, I haven't checked since yesterday. As far as I know, as of yesterday, last I checked, there was nothing there. Um, so I was hoping we'd at least get to read his order on the C. I don't know. I don't know. I know the hearing for the TRO was Thursday. Not exactly sure what happened with that. Um, so yeah. Hey Joey, how you doing? Welcome on in. Rach, hi. Hi Rach. Need some Z's. I mean, they'll give them to me. It's good. They're going to charge me for me to get them, just like they charged Lana. They're definitely going to make me pay for all this stuff for sure. They rescheduled. Hi Lana, thanks honey. They rescheduled for the 28th. Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened. What happened with all that? Yes, you finally caught alive. Welcome on in. Clopenny, yeah, thank you. Push to the 28th. Cool. Simply Solo, what up? Welcome on in. All right, so yeah, I did share this to my community tab yesterday, but as long as you guys are cool with it, we're going to watch it together. I actually like this guy. I've watched quite a few of his videos. His video showing how they use Hungarian red is pretty cool too. So this is a blood enhancement video from the UTM Forensics Identification channel. Obviously, go give them a subscribe. I did share it. I'm pretty sure that I also put the link to this in the video description as well. Do I have it where I want it for speed? Y'all know I can't listen to nothing at normal speed. I've got to put it at least like 1.25. Hopefully everybody's fine with that. Make sure everyone can see this well. We'll blow that up. Let's get myself out of the way. And let me know if you can hear it. As long as you can hear it good. Let's watch this together. I don't think you can hear it good, can you? Pause. Can anyone hear that or no? Yeah, no sound. Okay, cool. Thanks, Carrie. Yeah, trying to figure that out. Hang on 1 second. Oh, wait, did I have him muted? I probably did. That's my bad. Let's unmute him. Make sure my volume's all the way up.
There's several options that are available. So we're going to demonstrate another option at this point here, which is Amido Black. And
okay, can everybody hear that before I let it play out? Can everybody hear that one? Now that I've unmuted him, I had it muted. Sorry, guys. Stone, hey, Carrie, you can hear it. Okay, awesome. Thanks. Perfect. Yeah, this guy's amazing. If you have not watched any of his other videos, highly recommend. Blue Star, Amido Black, Hungarian Red. I believe he also has a video on luminol. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I geek out on. If anybody else that wants to geek out on it too.
We're going to kind of go through the same steps that we did with the Hungarian Red, as far as taking our blood, making a bath of the blood, then wiping that blood onto a shoe impression. Now, likewise with the Hungarian Red and the Amido Black, they both work very effective for picking up fine detail from very minute residue of the blood that's on the surface.
So keep that in mind. This is meant to find minute residue of blood on surfaces, things, you know, latent shoe prints, fingerprints, whatever. I don't know if I have to pause it every 30 seconds and make commentary, but just in case, because I'm not trying to get a strike.
A very faint ratio of the blood. Now, works ideal for footwear impression evidence, but also on palms and on fingerprint impressions, picks up very good detail. So the blood, again, as we described in the other video, this is sheep's blood that comes from the federal government. It's pathogen-free. No animal was injured during the collection of it. And
no animal was injured during the collection of the sheep's blood, everyone. He has to make sure we all know that. No animal was injured.
It's safe to use. Now, what we've done is we've taken some of the blood from the bottle, we've just poured into the trays, these beach sandalwear. They won't fit into the tray to actually accumulate blood on the outsole. So instead, we're going to take this blood deposit on a paper towel and just wipe the outsole surface, the tread area of the sandal. I'm just going to take off some of the excess. I don't think we need quite that much on. So from this stage here, I'm going to take this clean piece of vinyl tiling and put it over onto a harder surface here that's more conducive to getting a good impression, and simulate walking on that. So we'll get some tread there. We'll do the secondary one here next to it. Okay. Yeah. three impressions that are on there. So you can
Okay, so he does three. The initial impression, secondary, and then a third.
see each of them has a different volume of blood on there. Ideally, when you're using these enhancements, you want to make sure that the blood that is already on the surface is predominantly dry. So either allowing it to dry just
You don't want to put the amido black on blood that's still wet. You want the blood to be predominantly dry.
from time, or aiding it by using a mild hair dryer just to dry the blood. So we're going to let this sit aside for a few moments to try and have the blood coagulate and maybe dry a little bit before we go to the next stage of enhancement. So I'll just put this back into our. Okay, so we've let it dry for several minutes now. There is still some puddling areas that probably going to see when we spray the amido black. It's going to similarly to the Hungarian red, probably interfere with the development. It's in the more trace areas where it's just slightly visible or latent is where we're going to find a much stronger reaction. And as we recall with the Hungarian red, it is a two-step thing. There's the application with the sprayer of the Hungarian red, and then it's rinsed off with distilled water.
Okay, so Hungarian red is a two-step application. Amido black is three.
In our case here, just using squeeze bottle. The amido black is a three-step stage to it. So it has the amido black, then it has a fixative, and then it has the final rinse. So it's three instead of two steps. So we're going to do a similar procedure here just by putting it up on a vertical plane in our dish here. Okay, so
in my opinion,
as I said, we have the three steps. So we have the step one, which is amido black itself. Of course, these are all spray applications. The second one here is the fixative, and we have our distilled water as the third application here.
Okay, amido black first, fixative second, distilled water for rinsing third. Three-step process.
So we'll start off first with our step one spray. You can see obviously the difference in color of the amido black versus a vibrant pink color of the Hungarian red.
Okay, so I want to stop here and pause here because as we will later see, obviously we've all seen this. This clearly is what's all over near the slider, on the counters, dripping down the counters. I believe it's also present in one area of the living room. Clearly, amido black is going to leave that blue dripping liquid when they spray it on. Okay. And as you'll see, those much darker, it's now picking up that darker black area where the blood is. So the blue drip stains are not blood, it is the darker, the areas of protein in the blood that it attaches to. So, this is the coolest thing ever. I don't know about anybody else, but this is the shit that I geek out on. So I just wanted everybody to have a clear view of what it actually looks like dripping down the wall, because now it's easier to ascertain what we're seeing in some of these photos inside the home. Yeah, hopefully this is helping everyone.
Let that sit for a moment. You can already see some enhancement there. That darker tint is showing through the rinse or through the excess that's on there, the runoff. Spray on our fixative now.
Now the fixative, this is what's going to really help it bond to everything. Look at how much darker it got.
And the final step is adding the distilled water.
Damn. Like, look at that.
And the options here are basically personal preference and contrast more than anything else. Both are very effective. Both are accepted methods between the amido black and the Hungarian red.
And, you know, you can give it a wipe, and isn't that so interesting though?
As I noted before, you can see where the overdevelopment is from the blood itself. It only intensifies it with the amido black. It's in the fainter areas where it excels.
Okay, see, so it wasn't a long video. I just wanted to share because I just think that video is so incredibly interesting. I'm going to put the link for it in the chat for everyone, just in case. I think that I did put it in my community tab as well. But just in case, for anybody who maybe wants to bookmark it or something, or also show it in your live or share it, there you are. It's now in the chat. So what we're going to look at now, because I have it here, I think it's a lot easier to look at these photos now and know that what we're looking at, obviously, is the Amido Black, right? And now that we understand that the Amido Black is going to attach itself to the actual presence of blood, you're going to be looking for like these much darker. So the drips down the counter aren't necessarily. Now, listen, if I haven't already said it, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. No facts here. I don't know shit. Don't listen to me. I know nothing. Okay. But based on what I'm looking at here and after the video that we just watched, it would appear this is the Amido Black that is being laid down on the second forensic sweep through the home, right? They've taken everything off the counters at this point. We have photos from the first set of photos where there's an orange juice container on the counter, pots and pans and dishes and everything like that. All of that has been moved by the police for them to put this chemical down, for them to do this process, like he just showed us, the 3-step process. They had to move everything out of the way to do that. And we'll see that in the photos. Yeah, I can't zoom in on this one, Lana, darling. Sorry, I just have it as like one of the media assets in my StreamYard, so I can kind of go through, but like even we'll look at this here. So like for Amido Black detection, right? Blood prints without development. And it kind of shows you these faint little red spots here, but then with the Amido Black, let me move Lana's comment out of the way, actually. There we go. Now you can see with the Amido Black what it's going to pick up, what it's going to look like, you know. So I just have some photos that I saved here in like my media assets portion of my StreamYard, and then we'll get to the rest of the actual like photos. So that was the one of the counter. And I don't know if you guys can see, but on the left-hand side, right underneath the where it shows the live, I guess, I don't know. You see these 2 dark spots on the counter up on the left-hand side. So it would appear, in my opinion, starting from the left to right on this area of the counter up top, it goes literally left to right underneath the live counter all the way over to my Michael Myers heart emoji icon here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 much darker areas of where this Amido has been put down, in my opinion. I'm seeing, you know, just with the naked eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This could be discoloration on the counter. I don't know. Possibly 8 right here, and maybe even back here as well. Can you guys see my cursor? Can you even see my little pointer or no? I don't even know if you guys can see my pointer, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about here. And then where is the other one? So like this one here, right? This one's very interesting because this spot here by the sink is so much darker than everything else. And you can even see over here on the left under the bag, this darker spot here on the left. And it looks like there was something here, okay? Because you have this void. I don't know if you can see this, what looks like there was a cup sitting here, literally an actual like drink cup, because you can see how it is circled, right? So whatever they did when they were cleaning prior to this Amido Black being laid down on this counter, in my opinion, the voids that you're seeing, especially like in certain spots, like right here, that's a clear void, circular void. Something was there. They had to move things out of the way to clean. And if this is all blood on this counter, this dark spot, I mean, That's pretty intense. Pretty intense if that's actually blood. The amido black is only supposed to react to blood protein, so I don't think it's reacting to cleaning chemicals. But like even with this, see these darker spots here? It could just be pooling from the amido black. It may not be that it's actually detecting blood, but you can see this void here on the right where there was clearly a cup or something there that blood appears to have pooled around, and there's the void of that. You guys, I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about. Could it be blood from me? I mean, I guess so, but I'm not exactly sure. Like, you'd have to put like a half a cow up on that counter and start butchering your own meat or whatever for it to be that much. The point I'm getting at is here. Let me stop sharing that for a minute, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So now that we've seen what the counters look like after the amido black, right? We'll just kind of keep in mind what these counters are looking like after they've applied what appears to be the amido black. Let's get over here. Go through these photos real quick. I'm going to show you what I mean about everything needing to be moved, because the first round of photos where it's daytime, and they're taking photos of the kitchen and everything, not the nighttime ones, the daytime ones, it shows that not only is none of this blue stuff, see? So this is what the counters actually looked like when police arrived, right? Looks like a normal, kind of messy college house. The problem is, if all of that blue, you can see none of that blue is present here on these counters, okay? At all. So, like, the interesting thing to me is that, see, so here on the door, there's none of the blue stuff dripping down. This table is empty right here. This is where the police end up moving all of this stuff that's on the counter. All of this gets moved over to that table, to this table, in order for them to apply the amido black. Do you get what I'm saying? So they had to move everything. So what that tells me is if the amido black is detecting all over that kitchen counter, and that is actual blood, that tells me that not only did someone intentionally clean up all the blood, but furthermore, they went to the lengths of actually staging the counters to appear as though, nope, it's just a normal mess. Nothing was clean. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why it's so wild to me. Like, that's kind of the problem that I'm having with it. I'm trying to work out in my brain, okay? If it looks like this, because as we'll see in some of these photos, you can see the amido black is like, it's in the sink, it's all over the counters. They've cleaned all of this stuff away to be able to lay down the amido. So that's interesting to me that if it is in fact all blood that was cleaned off of here, that means that not only did the blood get cleaned up, but then they placed everything back on the fucking counter to look like it's just still a mess and nothing was cleaned. And in my opinion, if that's true, that's some diabolical shit. That is like pre-thought. That is, do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. All of this ends up getting moved. Why does it look so small for you guys? Hang on, let me figure something out. What did I do? I know there's a way to make it bigger. So can you guys see like all of this all over the counter? Hopefully my audio is holding up. Miss Charlene, well, hello. Welcome on in. James Moen, always good to see you. Sorry, I'm just coming back to chat. How's everybody doing? Mary P, hello. So, like I was saying, this is just my opinion. I don't know shit, but if that the blue all over the counters is after they've laid down the amido black for the second forensic sweep of the crime scene, the police have moved all of these things off the counter and they've placed them on the table in the kitchen, and they're laying down this amido black, and that is blood that it's detecting. That's a problem because that means that whoever cleaned up the blood then put all of this shit back on the counter to make it look like it was still a mess. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. If I'm not making sense, I am so very sorry, but maybe this is why, like, the defense's experts and stuff were willing to testify. They believed there was a staged crime scene. Some part of this crime scene was staged. They brought in that the lady there, Barbara Wolf, who literally teaches detectives about. She's a professor, I think, down in Florida or something at some university. She's also a chief medical examiner down there. And she teaches detectives about how to recognize a staged crime scene. That's who the defense hired, if I remember correctly. Right, Beachy D, yeah, agreed. General protein that binds to proteins in blood and other biological fluids. Right. So that stain can also be animal blood. Well, I mean, I would hope that all of that is not animal blood, considering how many animals were being mutilated in Moscow at the time. I would hope that that much all over those counters isn't animal blood. I've never in my life, I don't know, like most people use cutting boards, or I just have a hard time believing that's animal. If it is blood, I have a hard time believing it's animal blood, just saying. Um, but I'm more interested in the fact that if it was cleaned, we have a problem. Let me show you something else here. Is it going to let me? Okay. Let's get down through here. One of these photos is pretty interesting to me too, because like it literally, you can see the person, like it almost looks like they pressed their face up against the window and stuck out their tongue or something. And I'm like, ugh, that dirty ass window. I hope nobody put their tongue on it. Ugh. But to me, it almost looks like someone is like press their hands like as a joke. You run up to your friend's house, like press your hands up on the window, like rah. Anybody ever done that? I mean, I've done that to my friends before and stuff. They've done it to me. All right, so let's get down here. A few things we'll look at. That's why I have a hard time believing that it's animal blood, because it's not just in the kitchen. I have another photo that Willie had sent me. We went over in one of his lives a few days ago, where we saw some of this on a wall in the living room. But I initially was like, well, I mean, I don't know, because it's the only picture I'm seeing with this. It could just be like remnants of a board. I don't want to assume it's amido black. But now that I saw what the kitchen looked like, I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's definitely amido black. And not only did they use it in the living room, they used it in the kitchen. So it wasn't just used in the kitchen. By the way, the amido black was also used in one specific spot on the wall next to the couch in the living room. All right, so sorry. We'll get there, I promise. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I know you guys have been busy, busy, busy with everybody else's lives covering all of this. Yeah, even this lock. So, like in this photo here, you can't see anything. Just looks like one tiny little rust spot maybe over here on the left. But then here, it looks like 1, 2, 3 little dots. And then he puts an evidence marker here and takes a photo, and I can't tell if he's taking a photo of just the lock or if it's for these 3 little dots. Not quite sure about that one. See what I mean? I have no idea if he's just, couldn't tell you. We don't really get any explanation. Then we also have the blood on the toilet paper here in the trash. To me, literally just looks like someone popped a zit and had a bloody pimple. So I'm not going to read too far into that one. I wanted to get down here though to where this. Okay, so this thing, I was like, what the hell is that? I even tried zooming in, and to me, there's a part of it. It kind of looks like Christmas tinsel, right? This little middle spot here. To me, it almost looks like the garland, the tinsel garland someone would put on their Christmas tree. Does anybody else see that? That middle, like, darker spot? It literally looks like garland, but I can't tell. And I tried to zoom in on it and everything, and it's, to me, it looks like garland. So I have no idea. It's just some bright silver thing that looks like it has garland tied around it, some kind of like tinsel wrapped around it. I don't know. So, anyways, that one I thought was kind of interesting because you can't really tell what it is, but it looks like it has garland on it, whatever it may be. The other thing I noticed is that there's like a lot of coat hangers and like Ethan's Jeep. Look at how, like, doesn't it look like it's just been sitting here for a long time? Like all the leaves stuck in the windshield wipers and everything, and like all in the grill. There's other photos, like the leaves are like stuck in the headlights and stuck in the grill. Um, there's another photo. Look at all those leaves, like all stuck up in the grill of his car, in the grill of that Jeep, like it's been parked there for a while. And like Hunter and Maisie show up on foot at the scene the next morning, but the Explorer is already in the driveway, the Chapin's Explorer. So I'm under the impression Ethan was also driving that vehicle. If the two Chapin siblings arrived on foot the next morning, I don't know how their second vehicle ended up there, but in my opinion, his Jeep looks like it's been parked for a while. I don't know if it was broke down, if there was something wrong with it, but it looks like it's been there for some time. Just with all the leaves that are like stuffed in the grill, it looks like it hasn't moved in a while. The other thing I thought was interesting are these footprints back here. I was like, does nobody see that these did Nunes and Smith and whoever took these photos of the boot prints in the snow? Did they not notice the paw prints right next to the boot prints? Did anybody else notice that? The dog paw prints, like right next to it? I thought it was interesting. I mean, yeah, I understand Murphy runs around out there. It's just the way the paw print is. The direction is like the same direction as the shoe print. It's like they're both standing next to each other in the snow, in my opinion. All right, we're getting close. Sorry, guys, we're getting there. So this bathroom, clearly downstairs, first floor, looks like they cleaned everything out of it. There's nothing on the shelf at all. I see a couple pieces of remnants of toilet paper trash and one tiny red dot right there on the floor. That's like literally it. It looks like this entire bathroom either wasn't getting used because like this whole shelf is totally empty. So I don't know. There's no toilet paper in here. There's like one little thing of hand soap and a to-go cup. Not much really going on down here other than it looks pretty empty and clean. All right, so this is where we're going to start getting, I think we can see up the stairs finally, and we'll head over to the, sorry, friends, give me 1 second. So, okay, let me clarify too, my crazy ass, right? I'll say it. I know I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. When I first glanced at this photo, bro, I was like, son of a bitch, is that another fucking door in this room right here? Lana's like, Annie, I think it's a screen. I'm like, nah, dude, it looks like a cement door. You know what I mean? And this is why I say don't listen to me. Do not listen to me. Look at this shit yourself. You know what I mean? I'm no one. I'm just some snarky bitch on the internet who's looking at stuff right alongside of you, you know? But Lana had to talk me down out of my rabbit hole. You know what I mean? She's like, Annie, I'm pretty sure it's a screen, honey. I'm like, I don't think it is though. I think it's a door. It looks like another door, like a cement door. But no, she's 100% right. It's an old screen. Thank you, Lana, for talking me out of my rabbit hole. Appreciate you, honey. She always keeps me focused, you know. So I believe this is the little closet in Bethany's room under the stairs, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Maybe there's another one in between. I have no idea. But there's that red suitcase back there that Chief Fry ended up walking out of the place with. That red suitcase is way back there. You can see the little wheels on it. Now, when you're looking at this photo, the TV's already been taken. So the TV was there earlier in the day. Now it's nighttime. They're going on their second forensic sweep. Things have been moved. They're out of place. The TV is gone. I wanted the photos of going up the hall stairs. I don't know where that one went. Now, this is interesting to me because this purse right here, I don't know if it's the same one, but there is a purse that looks very similar to this one that ends up in the back seat of Kaylee's Rover, like on the back floorboard. Whether or not it's the same one, I don't know. They do look very similar, like black purse with like gold chain or something. So by now, it looks like they've also had to move the beer pong table out of the way. I'm guessing, you know, at some point they're taking the bodies out of the house. They had to move this out of the way to get people out. Yeah. It's interesting you got this one boot with the sock in the bag. We didn't get, so far, no photos of that first floor room either, the empty one. So this one sticks out to me because in the earlier photos from the daytime, this towel here, this white towel is actually, the bottom of it is almost laid over the top of this hamper here, right? So you can barely see these clothes. So at this point, things have been moved and things have been touched because now the towel has been pushed back and you can see that, like, we're talking an entire all black outfit is sitting on top of this hamper. And in the initial photos from daytime, this white towel hanging on the wall is actually, the bottom portion of it is like laid over the clothes. So, I mean, I thought that was interesting. And I haven't seen this other shoe anywhere in this house in the photos yet so far. I only see the one Croc. I don't see the other one so far in any of the photos. So I don't know where, and her pants are missing. In the earlier photos, there's a pair of white pants on the floor here as well. So we have a pair of white pants that's been taken from here. It appears there's a shoe missing, and someone has moved the towel out of the way to look at these all black clothes that are on top of the hamper, because it's all been moved now and been touched. And I don't know if you guys can see it too, but up here on the counter, they had one of those little echoes or whatever it is. See it plugged in to like play your music or whatever you hook it up by your Bluetooth. They had one of those in there. And this is Ethan and Xana's bathroom, technically, I believe, the one that is like outside their bedroom door. That's her costume. Remember the costume she's wearing in that video where she's like the pregnant in the orange jumpsuit or whatever? I'm almost positive that's the costume. It looks like it, or it's like her orange hoodie or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a clearer photo. You can see the all black clothes here. I think that's like some kind of Scully or beanie or black socks or something, but the pants are gone. There was a pair of white pants on this rug here. These vents too. So this vent on this side under the good vibe sign, and directly on the opposite side of the wall, the other vent where the stool is. The crime scene photographer was definitely interested in those vents. And I will say the screws on it look brand spanking fucking new on the vent, considering the rest of it is dirty as shit. Those screws look brand new. So now here we can see, Here's another shot before they lay down the Amido black. You can see there is an orange juice container. There's the bag, the crock pot, the plates, all of this stuff, including this paper on the floor. Here's the other side of the Good Vibes wall with the vent. Here's the stool. There's the paper on the floor. So none of the Amido has been laid down yet. We don't see it dripping down the cabinet here. Nothing. This closet, we didn't get photos of what's inside. They just took everything out of it, put it in. All of this ends up in the kitchen, but we don't get photos from the inside. I have no idea why. But basically, they take out this whole shelf, all the totes, all the cleaning supplies, and they tuck it in the kitchen right over here on the inside near the table in there. There's a better view too. You can see there is no blue stuff on any of the counters. So the blue stuff is definitely law enforcement doing it. But look, like if they staged the scene, what I'm getting at, if someone staged this after they did clean up blood, they even poured a little bit of OJ onto the counter to make it look like it hasn't been cleaned. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's diabolical as all get out. If that's true. If that was Amido was actually detecting blood all over that counter and someone cleaned up all of the blood that was all over this counter and then placed empty trash on the counter to make it look like it was never cleaned, like that is an entirely empty fucking bag. The gallon jug is empty. It's all empty. And there's just this little few drops of OJ on the counter next to the dirty plates and stuff. California Kane, hello. Jane, hello. Did I see Gen 7? Gen 7, darling. What up, gangsta? OG Jen. How you doing, honey? Welcome on in. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All I know, like I said, guys, I don't know shit. I just know we can see here no blue stuff. There is no blue stuff. So it's obviously not remnants of a Borg. It's not the dyed packets they put in their Borgs or anything like that. It's whatever law enforcement did. And based on the video we watched from that professor there, it's definitely Amido black that they're using. It's not here on the doorway. They used it here on the slider. This table is fully empty now. You'll see pretty soon that table is all full of everything that's on those counters. And everything that was inside that closet gets put right in front of this cabinet. The shelf, the totes, and everything end up in front of this cabinet, and everything on the counters goes onto this table. And they start laying down the Amido black. Yeah, and a lot of it is duplicates. I don't know why they did that. Couldn't tell you. We're getting there. I forgot the numbers. I probably should have wrote everything down, but it is what it is. We're just hanging out. It's a Saturday. So here too, right? So I notice in Maddie's car, there is her, what looks like her little work apron there. Okay. And her little workbook for the restaurant, her little server book. They obviously found her wallet, ID, photos. This is the other thing I thought was interesting too. I'm trying to look at this. I was having Lana zoom in with me. I'm like, okay, so the cord right here. See the cord to the lights. You can't see it out back, but the part of it that is out on the way back of the porch by the snow, it actually is a plug-in. It plugs into something. And to me, it almost looks like either the cord itself right here by the door has been like cut or it's fed through. I don't know. It's weird. It's like it's fed through the crack or something. But in some of the photos, it looks like it was either cut or unplugged. Know what I mean? Like right here. Looks like it was unplugged. Which, I don't know. I mean, all the other lights were on, right? And according to Dylan, Kaylee went upstairs and then immediately came running back down screaming, someone's here, right? So if she's going upstairs and she sees something going on with Maddie's room, or she sees someone in her room and they've now unplugged the lights and they are in her room or Maddie's room. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. And you can't really tell here with the cord if it's just been cut or unplugged because the dog toy is kind of in the way the photos are. And then I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Lana and I both. I was like, holy shit, they shaved the dog. It's not. They didn't shave Murphy. It's not Murphy's hair. It's just the stuff from the trees. And the other thing I was telling Lana, what really pisses me off about this tree here, whatever kind of tree it is, when you step on the fruit that this tree bears, it makes everything look like it's covered in blood. So that sucks because these little berries make everything look like it's covered in blood once you step in it. So kind of sucks. And then look at that. Look at those guys back there in all black. See those two guys back there behind Jack D's place in all black? Those officers in all black clothing, the officers clad in black clothing over there behind Jack D's. I just wanted to point that out, that there's a couple of officers right there clad in black clothing out back. They were definitely very interested in this little power cord here, but of course, all we get is a blurry fucking picture, so we have no idea. Is it the power cord? Is it the little drop next to the power cord? Is it these drops on the wall? Is it all of it? We don't know because it's so blurry. Same here. Couldn't tell you, darling. Dirt, debris, dust, blood. Couldn't tell you. Don't know because it's got too damn blurry to tell anything. Probably just dirt. I don't know. But they think that the power cord is evidence. Yeah, so this looks like this is the stairs downstairs. So this looks like it's the little cubby that was in Bethany's room. And then this vent, very interested in. See what I mean? How new the screws look. And even the crime scene photographer is looking at it and can see the actual dirt and dust like flying out of this thing that is just caked on it. But you've got these brand spanking new screws over here on both sides. They made it a point to photograph both sides having these brand new screws too. I mean, that's not me. That's the crime scene photographer. Here's the cleaning closet. Okay. Once they empty this bad boy out, we don't get any more photos from inside. So they take all of this out, the pink blanket, the other blanket, all these blankets, these taped up totes, the mop, the broom, the bucket, it all comes out. So now in this next photo, the purse has now been moved. It was originally sitting up straight back here on the couch. This cup was over here. So this cup is now over here. The purse has been moved. The paper that was in front of the purse has been placed on top. More cars. This one was interesting to me too. The phone. I'm like, what the fuck is that all in the phone? Looks like a bunch of dried up blood all in the cracks of that phone. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that's kind of what it looks like. It's probably not, but whatever. See, there's that. See the purse? I'm not saying it's the same purse. Okay, let me come back over to chat. I'm not saying it's the same purse. What I am saying is that looks very similar to the purse that was on the couch just a few photos back. That's just my opinion. I'm probably wrong. How's my audio holding up, friends? Let me come back over to chat. Says there's almost 300 people here. Did you thumbs it up? Did you thumbs it down? Did you follow your heart? I'm sorry, I'm coming back over to chat. If I had super stickers or anything and I missed you, I am so very, very sorry. I'm in another window going through all the photos and I can't see you guys. I'm so very sorry. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here and happy Saturday. Appreciate you. 99.9% okay audio. Okay, cool. Thanks. Audio's good. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Okay. So I don't know if it's the same purse, but Summer Jade, hello. Kaibo, hello. Woke up. What up? Oh, well, you're amazing, Jesse. Thanks, honey. I appreciate you so very much. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's the same purse. It just, to me, it looks like the same purse that was just on the couch. But what do I know, you know? I don't know shit. I literally don't know shit. Um, well, good day to you. Good day to you. Tell us what. You didn't see these pictures, Joanne? I have the link for these photos. They're on ISP's website. I put the link in the description of the video if you want to go snag them up. It's like 300 pages of photos. But I did put the link in the description for anybody who needs this. If you don't have these, the link's in the description. You know, no gatekeeping here. I'll always give you guys the links when I have them. There's something here on the ground, this plastic envelope here. Looks like a large, almost like Ziploc style bag, like one of those reusable, like Ziploc style bags. I just can't tell what it is, if it has papers in it or what. And then we also have what looks like an Amazon thing, but it's also Idaho Department of Idaho Transportation Division of Motor Vehicles. So registration, someone's check from SkyWest Bank. Looks like it's coming from a California bank and trust. I don't know. Let's see. So now we're back to daytime photos again. And then now we're back to nighttime photos. So do you get what I'm saying? How it's like not in order. We're only getting like bits and pieces. So now you can see here, this closet has been cleaned out. They've now taken everything out. There's like one little thing left in there. Okay. They've taken everything out. It's now here in the kitchen. And now you can see all of this has been moved. The counters, all of the trash, dishes, and everything has been taken off. Okay. This closet's empty. And now we can see all the blue on the counters. Okay. So they did empty this closet. Why, I have no idea. But they did empty it, and then we didn't get any photographs of what's inside the closet. They just put everything that was in that closet out here in the kitchen. All the totes. So now this one I wanted to show you because see the blue here on the slider? So obviously they put Amido black here on the slider. And see if we can get in on it. There we go. So it would appear out of the Amido that was put here on this, your darker spots is where it's detecting blood. So all of these tiny little spatters, these much darker spatters down here, in my opinion, are going to be likely blood. And then maybe this one right here, but I'm not so sure because it's not as dark. But what's interesting to me about this photo, well, is that, so the Amido also picked up the shoe prints here. You can see the tread. Like this right here is a clear shoe print right here. And this is at the slider, right? So whoever is cleaning out here, in my opinion, or whoever is walking around in blood, there's someone, and it's weird because it almost looks like they only have one fucking boot on. Just being dead honest. It looks, in my opinion, like whoever it is only has one boot on. And they're either bleeding and or walking around in the blood. and the amido is detecting that because we should be able, there is this clear like print right here, shoe print, boot print. There should be one pretty close next to it. I mean, we have some tread here, but it looks like the person is like walking in circles and they only have one shoe on. Making sense? I hope everybody can see what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get it as blown up as I can for you. See how here, this, if you can see my arrow, this is a clear boot print. But if you look, the boot prints are almost like it's only one boot on and the person is walking around in circles or walking around with one boot on. Does that make sense? Silent G. So hopefully, you know, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I have no problem with being wrong. But it would appear someone was possibly walking around with one boot on, one shoe on. And that's just my opinion. I don't know shit. No facts here. Don't listen to me. All right. So now, and this is what I meant about the darker spots. So with the amido, usually where you're going to get these really dark, super dark, almost black looking spots, that's where it's usually blood. That's where it is detecting blood. The lighter blue, like drips and all of that, that's just when they rinse it away and, you know, it leaves like the drip marks. But the boot print here in this kitchen is just, it's super interesting to me because the amido black is also what picked this up. And the amido black Leighton Van style shoe print is not this, because this is found in the kitchen. So, you know, I don't know. Let's continue. Make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so now we see they've moved everything over to the table. We have the orange juice. It's all trash. In my opinion, when they cleaned up everything, they put everything back on the counter to make it look like it had never been cleaned. And that is just my opinion. Just my opinion. If someone did, in fact, clean up a bunch of blood out of this kitchen and bloody footprints out of the kitchen, boot prints, right? Just saying. So now they've moved everything over to the table. They were very interested in this little Bluetooth portable speaker. One thing I noticed, looks like somebody at some point, they like to sit here and fucking scratch into the stools with something. Not sure why. So yeah, they were pretty interested in this speaker. And I was looking to see, like, did the speaker, you know, have some amido kind of pop up on it, but I'm not seeing any, so not exactly sure why they'd want the Bluetooth, maybe just to see who connected to it or whatever. Here we go. So now, as you guys can see in this photo, let's see if we can make it bigger. We've got amido here that they've sprayed. I want to try and get in as close as I can on it. So, in my opinion, you can see that it's dripping down the wall here, right? So, based on what we watched in the video, we can tell this is clearly the amido. Now look, you have a couple of these little darker spots under here, underneath, which makes sense because if blood is dripping and it pools or whatever, right? But I'm more interested in these two up here, 1, 2. Those two much darker spots, and one even looks like a smear almost. It's dark, has that dark with almost like tailing, like transfer smear of some kind. So to me, I think it's not necessarily all over the place here. I think it's these two darker spots right here may likely be where they detected the blood, the droplet that she talks about, going downstairs by the handrail or whatever. It might be these two. Those are the only two out of this whole picture that are very, 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 very dark on this wall here. But it's also a very grainy photo too, so it sucks that the crime scene photographer didn't give us a straight-on photo of this area that was that had the Amido black on it. I would have liked to have gotten like a straight-on photo of that. That would have been nice. And then we also know in the earlier daytime photos, this cup here was standing upright and full. Now it's been kicked over and stomped on. We see they've also moved the couches apart. They moved the pong table out of the way. There's a whole bunch of shit. Looks like they got out from under the couches. And for whatever reason, they separated the two couches and have, I don't know if they're looking for something or what they were looking for back there. Now this photo here is interesting because there's a earlier photo, one of the first photos taken. There's a disposable camera right here in between the wax warmer and the wine glass and the vase. There's a disposable camera sitting on this table. And now it's gone. Just wanted to point that out. Again, the closet has been emptied. It's all been moved into the kitchen. You can see all the blue over here still. There's a knife right there, literally. So like somebody literally moved a knife when they moved everything off the counters. There's a knife right there, just chilling on the table. And that's the police who put that there, by the way. The police are the ones who moved everything over to this table. So I thought that was interesting. There's a knife right there, little kitchen knife. And then, yeah. So let's make this bigger for a second because I want to really zoom in here. So this right here. You see that ring stain here? See how much darker it is? And clearly there was a cup here, right? Because this counter is like one of those weird stained marble, like faux marble counters anyway. So some of the darker staining is going to look weird. I'm more interested in, let's make it as big as we can, this right here, this circle, and this darker circle, right? This one over here, these darker areas. So there's a void here is the point I'm getting at. Something was definitely cleaned because you can see the void. The void is very present right there. And if you've been brushing up on your blood stain analysis, you understand why voids are so important for blood staining. The voids are very important. And it's like 101, what they teach you too. It's one of the like basics, fundamentals. All right, so as you can see here too, what I thought was interesting is look on that back wall. See the spatter? You see that spatter back there? And you have some spots on the back wall that are much darker than others. See? One right there. It even has some tailing to it. There's like, it's very interesting. And this food looks like it was just an empty bag of trash. I mean, I don't know if they actually ever got to eat the food or they didn't. But it looks like they did, don't it? To me, it just looks like somebody took the trash and put it on the counter, if you want my honest opinion. But like, even this one's wild. So, like, let's get in on this one. See right here? this darker spot, this darker spot, this darker spot, and then the void here from the cup or whatever was there. Like, this is wild. If that is blood, if this is in fact cleaned up blood, like you can almost see the swirling. You guys see that? When you really zoom in, you can almost see the swirling, like of someone in a circular motion, wax on, wax off, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Anybody else see that? I'm trying to zoom in on it as much as I possibly can, but like we're literally looking at like a wax on, wax off situation here. Did I lose my chat? Where'd everybody go? Can you still hear me? Yeah, isn't it interesting? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, thanks, Carrie. You can see that though, right? Wax on, wax off, motherfucker. You know, that's what it looks like. You can literally see the swirling, literally, like the circular swirling motion. So that's what makes me think, in fact, this is blood. It cleaned up blood, but it still picked up, the protein, the it's just, I don't think this is chemicals. I don't think this is, anything like that. This is absolutely detecting blood, in my opinion. Let's go over here. You can even see it in the sink, right? Look at these darker spots here. Let's zoom in. Okay. Look at over here by the sink. See how much darker it is here? You have these much darker concentrated spots here. One right there. The whole sink has it. And then it's even on the paper towels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's on the paper towels. It's on the counter. Scooch over here a little. Look at that one. I mean, that to me almost looks like it could be an actual like thumbprint of some kind, to be honest. Finger, thumb, something like that. But you've got this darker area here, 1, 2, another one here, this darker area here. Bring these back out a little bit. Nothing on the box though. I mean, I noted that, I don't know, they didn't spray the box. Another thing that was interesting to me about these photos is this set of photos. So this person, the crime scene photographer, I don't know if they were told to photograph it or maybe they just have an eagle eye and saw that it was unzipped. But this appears to be someone's little Canon PowerShot camera with a little mini printer. And the camera's missing, but the mini printer is still in the bag. And I have not seen, out of any of these other photos, I haven't seen a little Canon camera anywhere in any of the photos. And the only camera I have seen is the disposable camera that was on the table in the living room. So, I mean, even the crime scene technician, felt it was important to note that the little mini printer is in here, but the camera's gone. And they even mark it as evidence. So, or unless that's for a GoPro, I don't know. But it looks like there's a mini camera or something missing. And then we have Koberger's car. And this right off the rip, I mean, forget it. Like, it's the elephant in the room, right? It's the big elephant in the room, the black thing on the hood. The black thing on the hood of his car. Oops. Oopsie. Our bad, Brian. We didn't know you had that on your car till after we named your car. Fuck. For fuck's sake. Sorry, Brian. I know. We said it was your car, and then we were like, motherfuck, we didn't realize he had one of these little hood fucking bras, right? I think that's what it's called, a bra for your hood. Oopsie. Oopsie. So, I mean, these crime scene photos are absolutely insane. Like I said, if that is in fact blood, I don't know what to say other than that's obvious. There was a cleanup, and now it's obvious. You had cleanup, you had staging, you had, and if that's the case, well, then he's a dumb motherfucker for ever even asking for a plea. In my opinion, you got to be a dumb motherfucker to ask for a plea, knowing damn well someone cleaned up that much blood in that crime scene and it wasn't you. Know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. I would be like, oh, hell no. What? Somebody cleaned up that much blood? Oh, fuck you. No, we're fighting this all the way. Absolutely not. I mean, unless he is the cleaner, unless Brian is like the wolf from Pulp Fiction, right? You call him when you need the place cleaned. I don't know. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. For all we know, Brian is the wolf. I have no idea. You know, it's just really interesting to me. I mean, he's fucking OCD enough for it, allegedly. You know, I just know that it's pretty interesting if that is all blood in that kitchen that was cleaned up, plus also in the living room. So if someone went to the lengths to clean up all the blood, but also make it look like the house was never cleaned by leaving it semi messy, that is pre knowledge, that is diabolical, that is forethought and planning. And I mean, he allegedly did this in like 7 fucking minutes. So I don't know how he was able to clean all that up in like the 6 minutes or less, you know? And he's saying it was him. He's saying, yep, just me. Everything the state says is true. Everything the state says is true. Okay. Okay, Brian. Whatever you say, Brian Koberger. He's a fucking liar, and so are they. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. Here, let's look at this. Here we have our boot prints, huh? Check it out, right? So we got one here. We got one right here, and boom. Oh, look at that. Murphy's motherfucking paw prints. Well, would you look at that? Anybody else see that? See the paw prints right here, literally next to the shoe print. Yeah? Anybody else see that? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? You know, the dog's outside losing his mind, barking, 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 barking. Doesn't it make more sense that someone is standing back here holding the dog? Meh? Know what I mean? Meg P. Where's Meg P? I just came back over to chat. Hi, everybody. Mish Girl, hello. Colleen, hello. Meg P. Deborah. Kane B. What up? Kane B. I have a bone to pick with you. You better get me out of that hoe ass AI bikini immediately. And don't show it again, or I'm not talking to you. I'll stop speaking to you, Kane. Do you understand? I still love you, buddy, but you get me out of that hoe ass bikini with the AI immediately. There you are, Meg P. I just saw you, honey. How you doing? Welcome on in. Don't be hating. Hello. If there's anybody else I missed, I'm sorry. Hello. Lucy. Oh my goodness, there you are. Oh, see, Lucy knows. Lucy knows. Told you, Kane. That's right. She did tell you, didn't she? And you still did it anyway? So wait a minute, Kane. Kane. So Lucy told you it's not a good idea. Don't do it. And you still did it anyway? Hmm. Interesting. Chappy Boss. Oh, well, hello, Chappy Boss. Good to see you, as always. I know you would love to see the water meter reading for that day. Yeah, Kane has me in a bikini, Jesse, with his AI bullshit in some hoe ass bikini, dancing around on a boat like a hoe, which I would never do, ever. Not saying that, not, listen, okay, you know what? I'll take that back because I'm not saying people who do that are hoes. I'm just saying for me, it's not me. It's just not me and it's not something I would do. And he's lucky I don't live closer to him, you know? Yeah, Potts is gonna get real mad. Yeah, big mad. You should have listened to Lucy, Kane. You should have listened to Lucy. Get me out of that hoe ass bikini. Put me in my Nikes and my hoodie and my baseball cap. Okay. That's what I should be in, is literally my Nikes, my jogging pants, my hoodie, and my cap. Put me in that and have me dance on a boat. I don't care if you have me dancing on a boat. I don't want to be in that. Don't put me in that. Take me out of it. In my defense, you made me look hot. I don't think that's what I said, though. Maybe I did, but I don't think that's what I said. I think you're twisting my words. Lucy, that's right. Boats and hoes, witch cackle, baby. Boats and hoes. Oh, it's totally fine, beach babe. I'm messing with Kane. It's fine. You guys be nice to Kane. I promise it's okay. It's okay. Don't be too mean to Kane. I still love him to death. He just better take me out of that hoe ass bikini and put me in my Nikes. You can have me like break dancing on a boat in my Nikes and my jogging pants and my baseball cap. How about that? I'm totally fine with that. Do that. You're cackling, Kane. Good, good. Oh, that's the point. Happy Saturday, everybody. Design Rhythm, hello. You're listening while you work? I'm sorry you're working, honey. That sucks. Have a great day at work. Oh, yeah, it's okay, beach babe. You know, I can handle it. Kane knows I'll kick his ass. No, Twiz, I don't. No, I don't. And if I find an AI image of me with my face naked on the internet, I will literally find you. Just say, do not stick my face on some AI bullshit. Okay. At the very least, just have me doing what I would normally do, which is like I would be a B girl. I would be like a break dancer. For those of you who don't know, that's literally, my old life. No, I said, get me out of the bikini and put me in my Nikes and jogging pants, Twiz. Post woke world. Holy shit. Well, what up, Queen? Oh my goodness, so good to see you. I feel like wait a minute. Post woke world is up in my chat. Oh, snapperoo, beep beep. We're moving up in the world, bitches. Post woke world came in to say hello. Yes, Chris Harder, bingo. Jabberwockies. Bingo. Bingo. 1,000,000%. Everybody give it up for Post Woke. She's in the chat. Welcome in, Queen. Good to see you. All right, so yeah, let's get back to this. Murphy's motherfucking paw prints next to the boot print in the snow, right? I'm like, does nobody see this? He's right here. So, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I don't know shit. There is someone standing here holding the dog back. That's just my opinion. Because the police are the ones who felt that this boot print is relevant, not me. They're the ones who decided that these boot prints are relevant. And yet the paw prints are with the boot prints. So, in my opinion, someone is standing back here holding the dog. Look, we have another one right here. Paw print. That one looks a little older. Another print right here. Right? Maybe it was Maddie walking the dog. Maybe it was her outside with the dog. Remember, she was inside looking for Murphy. She came in saying she couldn't find Murphy, right? Just saying. But we have a fresh boot print here with the paw print right here. So to me, it's almost like someone is standing back here holding the dog. But I don't know shit. You got the print here and the paw prints next to it. See, right here. Bam. Fresh ass paw print with a fresh ass boot print. And it's two. You can see the other one, it's like a partial print right here, and it almost like they looped around or like moved their foot or something. But you got boot print, full boot print right here, full paw print right here on the left. Do I sound insane, or are you guys what I'm seeing, right? You seeing this boot print with the fresh paw prints in the snow? Everybody seeing that? Yeah, the lighter parts, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. It's almost like it's two different people, two different weights. A lighter person probably isn't going to make such a depression in the snow as a heavier person. Obviously, a heavier person is going to have a deeper impression than a lighter person. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So if the perp is in the boots, who's in the vans? Exactly. Fitzy. For fuck's sake, Fitziana. Exactly right, brain. I've missed you so much, and I hope you're well and you're okay. So yeah, I mean, the photos alone, honestly, it just to me, like, because you can see, so like they felt these prints. Look, they're going in and coming back out, going back in, coming back out, right? We have a fresh set here. Whether that's the person who was walking Murphy, whether that's the perpetrator, we have no idea, and I would imagine neither do the police. But whatever they went in the house for, it looks like they got, because they got it out of this bag and checked the bag on the ground, in my opinion. They got what they wanted, and maybe some of it was inside of this bag. Just my opinion. And then, of course, these damn cherry trees make everything look like they're covered in blood on the ground. So, I mean, that's neither here nor there. It's too hard to discern from the naked eye. Not exactly sure why the crime scene person has taken all these fucking photos back here. They're not even clear. And I'm not trying to be mean. Maybe this person just graduated. Maybe it's their first real, real like crime scene that they're working. But some of these photos to me, like, you couldn't get a straight on shot of all the amido black that you laid down on the first floor hall there on the wall. We couldn't get a straight on shot of that. But we get this blurry ass backyard pic, or like someone's piss in the toilet pic, toilet pics. We're getting dirty piss water pics and stuff. And I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. It's just like, see, like right here, right? All of these dark spots, and look at all this red shit, right? It's from those damn trees. And at first, when I was looking at it, I'm like, well, are they photographing it because they think that's blood, or like it's pretty sure it's from the trees, like here, the side of the wall. They're photographing the side wall of the house and photographing these drips, right? It's like I don't think that's blood. I'm pretty sure that's from the trees. Um, but they felt it was pertinent to photograph, but they didn't photograph the other side of the house that had the what looked like real blood dripping out of the pipe, right? I haven't seen a photo of that. You know what else I haven't seen? I haven't seen a photo of this fucking sheep in any of these damn pictures. Not a single one. Where's the fucking sheath? Just one pic. We already know the knife appears on the beer pong table, just literally in the body cam right before our very eyes. Know what I mean? But where's the fucking sheep? Can we even get one picture? Just one of the sheep. All right, so I think that I've gone through what I needed to go through with these photos. I definitely wanted to share that video with you guys too, because I thought it was very informative and educational and interesting. I did post the link for that video in my community tab for anybody who wants to go watch it, or if you want to bookmark it and keep it, in your little stash. Um, I thought the other thing that was interesting too, no deadbolt. Deadbolt was totally removed, and it just is patched up with that. So you only have your code, no deadbolt at all. I wouldn't be able to live in a house with no deadbolt. Double locks, baby. You know what I mean? I don't fuck around. So yeah, what do you guys think so far? What you thinking, Chris Harder, Brett Payne as the sheath? I mean, I don't know where. All I know is that it's not in any of these photos. And we know that over 200 went to NBC. There's over 300 in this dump. So out of the almost 600 photos that have been disclosed so far, not one of this fucking sheet, which is interesting. Just not one. And then, oh, you know what? Stop sharing that for a minute, 'cause there is something I want to look at too with you guys. So, like, for example, if they could give us this photo here, right? So if they could give the media a photo like this, right? If they could give the media a photo like this, why can't we get a photo of the sheet? If they can give the media a photo like this, why can't we get a photo of the sheet? If they can give the media a photo like this, why can't we get a photo of the sheet? And don't worry, I got a video coming of all of these pics right here. Okay. Don't you worry. I've been working on a video in the background here pertaining to these specific photos. Your blood spatter here, what appears to be your point of convergence here on the pillow with the spatter. And really, when you zoom in on this, it sounds awful and so sad and horrible, but you can literally see that at some point she was face down, bleeding. You can see literally like the eye outline, eyelash outline on the pillow. It's really sad. And all of the blood is on top of the blanket, also, which is very interesting from what we can see. So I am still waiting on the rest of the photos that were given to NBC. I did my own FOIA for those. I don't want the cropped photos and the edited ones from the media. I want my own, so that's why I did the FOIA. And that video is basically almost done. And as soon as I get the rest of the photos that I'm waiting on, they're going to be added into the video and I'll post it. I'm not going to do it in a live, but I will post it for everybody. This was the other one that's interesting to me too, because I zoomed in on it and you can clearly see there's a very poor attempt here to clean up some blood on this table here. So, and that knife doesn't look very clean at all. That's just my opinion. The knife itself even looks weird. But it's a very poor attempt to clean up the blood on that table. And you can see we have what appears to be 1, 2, 3. So it's almost like that could be, it almost looks like it's knuckles. It's like the first knuckle or second knuckle on someone's finger when they put down. I don't know. It's just a very poor attempt at cleaning up the blood is what it looks like. So either way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, California King. I have no idea. I just know it's really interesting that, yeah, exactly, James Moe. And no, for real. Yeah, double Glocks, double locks. I don't play around. We lock this shit up like Fort Knox up around her. And I just stay steady strapped. It is what it is. So, what do you guys think? I think that Houston, we have some problems. I think that I don't know why you would ever ask for a plea or accept one or anything when looking at what we're looking at now, and this isn't even all of it. This is just like a very small sample of what's really. So I mean, I don't know what the goal is here. I don't know what the motivation is here for, but we have some problems, I think. And that's just my opinion. I think that there's a lot of problems. And if that is blood in that kitchen that somebody was cleaning up, that's obvious staging, that's obvious crime scene cleanup, that is a problem. People should be charged. I don't give a shit what their excuse is for doing it or who they were trying to protect or who they were trying to help or who they were trying to cover for or whatever. If there were multiple people in that home cleaning up the crime scene, it is what it is. That needs to be known because it wasn't Brian and he didn't do it in 7 minutes. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. Hang on, friends. I got to mute for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. So sorry about that. Ashley, hello. Yes, he did. He sure did. Well, that's what I mean. We watched this knife literally appear before our very eyes on the body cam. So yeah, they're saying he did it in three, right? Well, I think it was like, yeah, the actual killing portion of it, 3 minutes, and then he also allegedly cleaned up after himself or whatever. So I don't know how he cleaned up all of that, but either way. So, like I said, we will get to what, my phone? Atmos Touch your phone. My phone, honey? Is it my audio? Are you trying to text me about my audio? If I bring my phone too close to me, it interferes. Hopefully I'm okay. I'm about to end it anyway. I am going to finish up the ISP reports. We'll get cracking on that pretty soon. I'm also waiting on my FOIA as well, which should be any day now. I just responded back to Matthew Gamet and ISP. I'm keeping my eye out on the cases of interest site to see if we get anything from Hippler. Yes, Bethany not being at the scene when the cops show up. Yeah, she appears out of nowhere as well. Same as the knife. Bethany and the knife can fucking teleport. You know what I'm saying? Just like Brian's car. It appears everybody in Moscow knows how to teleport, and I want to know how they have this technology, and I want it. Know what I mean? It just seems like everybody in Moscow, as soon as you cross the line into Moscow, you can now teleport. I love you, and I want to know how to do that. Maybe I just need to go live out there for like a week and learn how to teleport because apparently everybody out there knows how to do it. Yeah, no shit, right? Walking around with it while the cops were there, I know. hmm And he even says too, well, he grabbed the knife because he was checking for a perpetrator, right? But he only went to the first and second floor to check for a perpetrator. And I'm thinking to myself, so Michael Myers could literally still be on the third floor, and you guys are just hanging out in the living room. You know what I mean? It's obvious, like from the body cam, it was a shit show when they arrived. I think it's hysterical that Gunderson, towards the end there, tells it's either Smith or Nunes, I'm not sure which one, who's taking Dylan and Bethany's statements. But that officer is trying to explain to Gunderson that they're saying they don't know this who the masked person was, and Gunderson makes a comment like, "Oh, they know, they all know." And I was like, "No shit, even Gunderson, the Brady motherfucker, knows something's up." You know what I mean? And Gunderson ain't even supposed to be there because of all that Stickergate shit. I think he was on the Brady list at the time, you know? But even Gunderson is like, no, they know. They all know. And, I didn't say that. That's Gunderson. That's his own words. You know, he's saying that to his rookie. and Gunderson has been there for a while. So, even though he was Brady'd over Stickergate and all this bullshit or whatever they did with their body cams and everything, I'm not saying they're not shady or corrupt. What I am saying is Gunderson's been in that town for a very fucking long time and he knows what's up. He knows what's up. And he was like, oh, fuck, they know. They all know. Which I found to be very interesting. And he wasn't buying it either when they tried saying, oh, we don't know the code for that door down there with the code on it. We don't know. We don't know. Gunderson's like, really? Really? Okay. Nobody knows the code, huh? All right. Sure. Joe, look at you gifting 5 memberships. Welcome on in, new members. I can't see who got it, but if you just got a gifted membership from the lovely Joe here, make sure you say thank you. You should have a bunch of Michael Myers emojis now if you're a member, and you can put all of those Michael Myers hearts emojis in the chat as a way to say thank you for your gifted membership. Thank you so much, Joe. You are awesome. That was so very nice of you. I truly appreciate it. Chris Harder, you got a membership? You got gifted one? Yay. My kid just heard sticker and said, I want a sticker doodle. Chris Harder, welcome. You got a gifted membership. Lucky you. Welcome on in, everyone. Ro, oh my goodness, there you are. Hello. Thank you so much, Joe. Oh, look, Eric, you got one too. All right. Well, welcome on in, new members. I promise I'm working on member stuff for the members. I promise. You will be getting members' lives. You will be getting some members only content. I do have some content that is members only already. So, Annie Ruler, you got one too? All right. Look at this. Everybody turning green. It's a beautiful thing, huh? Miss Potts put Kane in a bikini. Maybe. I don't use the AI like all y'all do. I was playing around with it. That's how I made my Murphy photo of Murphy getting cleaned by the cops. They were washing him at the car wash. That's what I typed into the AI. I asked the AI to show me a golden doodle being washed at a car wash by cops dressed as clowns or clowns dressed as cops. And that was the photo that it gave me. Thank you so much, Joe. I truly appreciate you. That was so very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. So, yeah, I was going to play the body cam, guys, but yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to give law and crime the click. I'm waiting on my own. So, I mean, as long as you guys are fine, just waiting until I get my own FOIA. I just don't want to give law and crime the click, the view, none of it. I would rather just wait till I get the body cam and be able to share it with you guys, like, you know, and I don't have to use law and crime. I just don't even want to give them the click or the link if I don't have to. You know what I mean? I really don't. Does that sound messed up? I requested the unredacted body cam for all of the 4 first responding officers. That's what I requested. Unredacted body cam for all 4. I don't want this redacted bullshit. I'm sorry, I just don't. Tara Lynn, what up? Tara Lynn Dawkins. Cool name. I like it. Stuart Jones, hello. Good to see you. Is my shit not working all of a sudden? Why is it not highlighting? My chat is frozen, friends. I don't know what happened. Come on, StreamYard. Is this the knife that he put on the table? Yes. Yes. Correct. I just zoomed in on it a little so we could all see it better. And it looks like someone did a poor attempt at cleaning up blood. That's what it looks like. Looks like we have a poor attempt at cleaning up blood on this table here. Person shock is contagious. Yeah. My laptop gets this shit all the time, even though it's brand new. Fucking piece of shit. You know? You know how much it bothers me, the amount of money I have spent on computer stuff, and it gives me a problem? and it shouldn't be giving me a problem. You know, I'm ready to go chuck it all, just throw it over the counter at Geek Squad and say, don't call me until it's fixed. Here's my debit card. Call me when it's fixed. You'd rather wait? Okay, you guys are cool with waiting? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd rather wait until I get my FOIA, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get unredacted. I'm not going to show you guys bodies, okay? It's not what we're here to do. We're not here to degrade the dead and look at their deceased bodies. I do want to be able to see specific pooling, spatter, cast off, etc. And if that, that's just me because it's for my own brain because I nerd out on this shit and I always have and I probably always will for the rest of my life. And I feel like we can always there's no doesn't matter how old you are, you can still always learn something new, right? Even if you're self-taught. So I have no problem looking the stuff up myself. It does. It looks like he tried to wipe it and did a poor job. Okay. All right. For the love of God, I don't know what happened, but it's booting me out. So I hope everybody has an awesome day. You guys go have an awesome Saturday. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but that's what. So that's my cue from the universe to get the hell of Dodge and be done. Okay. I appreciate every single one of you. Joe, thank you for the gifted memberships. Mods, love you. Guys, have an awesome day. I will see you very soon to finish up these ISP reports. And once I get my FIAs, don't worry, plenty of stuff coming. So I'll see you very soon. Very soon. Till tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye. What's going on? Bye, guys.